Yo, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, this time episode 49. So some things that happened in the last episode, we had Madam Christmas come and clutch for Roy, we had Pride attack and devour Gluttony, which was unexpectedly sad, to be honest. And at the very end of the episode, we had Roy and crew intercept Miss Bradley, so now they have her under their watch, I guess. I wouldn't want to call her a hostage because I don't think it's a typical hostage dynamic, but they are in guardianship of Miss Bradley now, I guess we could say. I can only imagine that Miss Bradley being with him is how Bradley himself is going to come back into the story, because we know how Bradley feels about his wife. He actually cares about her a lot, so that's probably going to be where Bradley gets reintroduced, not into the Pride fight. I would be surprised if Bradley showed up to the Pride fight, but you know how Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is. Anything can happen. If you want to check out the next episodes right now, they are over on my Patreon. Episode 50 will be on the Soul tier, and episodes far past that are available on the Ascended tier. Those episodes are also extended length, meaning you get more reaction and more discussion to go along with each and every episode. Now, if you don't mind, I'm ready to see where this fight with Pride goes. Let's get into it. Episode 49, Filial Affection. Nice. I had to change my shirt because I spilled water all over myself.
Come on. Wake up. Alphonse!
Yeah, hopefully Hohenheim can do something about that.
Tell me something, Edward. Do you think your father would step forward to save you if I chopped off one of your limbs?
I think he probably could. I imagine Hohenheim is incredibly strong. He's just not like the fighting type, but I bet Hohenheim could probably take on Pride with excess strength, I would think. He's so cool looking. I hate to say it, but Pride is easily the coolest looking Sen.
Look out!
You got the tree, good job. These are massive trees, might I say.
The name's Greed.
It's you. Give the prince's body back.
Now why would I want to do something like that? Oh boy.
Probably doesn't matter too much right now. And more trees dead. Yeah, she's still injured. Or her automail is giving her trouble.
I didn't ask for your help.
The sin of deforestation.
I can take care of myself.
Then prove it to me and start acting like you can.
Right, don't become a burden for somebody else. Yeah, he's already so sure they're gonna make it out of this that he's worrying about tomorrow.
Get him out of here!
Sorry I couldn't kill the little bastard.
No, you did really good, honestly.
Can't exactly fault you for that one.
Just a random Chimera character.
To be a monster.
Took on Pride solo for that long, and actually did a little bit of damage, all things considered. Not bad, man, not bad.
We need a new plan and fast.
And not just for us. The slum dwellers are going to be headed straight for Pride any minute now.
Right, because they want to put out the fire.
Hey, Dad. You're a pretty brilliant alchemist, right?
I guess. I know a thing or two.
So humble.
I've got an idea, but I'm gonna need your help to pull it off.
I just have like half of a civilization's souls within me, but
Now
you know,
then,
I'm pretty strong.
this isn't really the time to worry about others, is it, Greed?
Like
As
Pride
long as
is-
you become, I wonder how much longer you can survive.
I feel like he's kind of messing around a little too much. He could probably kill
What a horrific thing to say to your
anyone
own
about as
brother,
fast as he
Greed.
want to.
Honestly, I might have to eat you.
I promise that I won't go down easy, brother.
I mean, his ultimate defense is pretty strong. He deflected it before, didn't he?
Oh, so you've chosen to show yourself, eh, Hohenheim?
The hero always waits until the last second to make his move.
All right, goes from humble to calling himself the hero.
You must think you can defeat me.
I guess he's insulting his own pride.
No, I'd never think that. I'm not dumb enough to try and fight you.
You could probably do it. I believe in you. You don't just roll up to a fight with your hands in your pockets if you're weak. I love the way the eyes and the mouth just warp around in the shadow. So smooth.
Here he comes.
Oh, Alphonse is able to get in close because he doesn't have a smell.
This was your pathetic plan? You should have run when you had the chance.
Nah. This is exactly what he wanted, I think. This is probably all part of Al's plan.
Ow, no!
Yeah. Al's not the one that fell into a trap.
Don't ever mock my son.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hands in the pockets still. Oh, is he gonna, like, enclose him? That would be really smart. It's taking advantage of the fact that there won't be any light inside. Ooh. Ooh. Alright. Good voice acting there. But now Al's in there with him alone. Which, I don't know if that's okay or not. Yeah, that was some serious alchemy for sure. Yeah, he's not gonna...
What the hell are you doing? Al's trapped in there with that monster.
It was his idea.
Something like that.
It wasn't my idea. Al was the one who suggested this.
Yep.
You fell for it! You can't use your powers in this darkness!
I don't see why you're laughing. You're trapped inside this thing too. As soon as you try to make an opening to leave, I'll slice you into little pieces.
I don't remember saying anything about leaving.
Yeah, Al could really be in there for a long time. A lot longer than Salim.
Sorry. Would you prefer to be called Pride?
The battle of attrition.
Pride. My body doesn't need oxygen or light or food. I'm perfectly comfortable right here until the promised day is over. And I'm gonna make sure that you stay put no matter what.
Since we knew we couldn't defeat him,
What a hero.
we acted as a decoy and we imprisoned him.
That is a
Bought ourselves
huge,
time to figure out how to destroy him.
huge
You could have
dome.
at least told me what you were.
Your brother told me not to.
Yeah, you wouldn't agree
Said
with
that
it.
You'd be against it, okay?
100%. Ed does not want to see Al making
Al
any
came up with
self-sacrifice
this plan
moves.
Because it was the only way to make sure everyone would survive. Try to understand.
Though I gotta say, I have my concerns about this still.
I only have to stay in here for one day. I promise I'll be okay, brother.
I guess till the promised day is over, then. Although, I don't know, man.
Envy's gone. Gluttony's eaten.
I have a lot of thoughts going through my head.
Command, and they've got Pride under lockdown.
That only means Bradley and Sloth, right?
So that means Sloth and Pops are the only ones watching over Central.
Yeah,
Hey,
and even then,
What the hell are you planning?
Bradley's,
I've
who
told
knows?
you, I'm planning on ruling the entire world.
Oh god. Oh no.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Oh dude, there's so much here. So I have more than a few thoughts about all of this, but I think I'll start it off with a simple question instead. Pride, Salim, why don't you just carry like a little pocket lighter with you, you know, just something to light a small flame. Then you have like an infinite amount of shadow. That way you're never light deprived, you know? This entire plan to trap him wouldn't work if he just had that. Putting that aside, overall, I say this is a really, really good plan. I love how badass Hohenheim is. He like didn't even take his hands out of his pockets to do any of that, which is just a little bit extra style on the flex points. I gotta say, I am a little bit worried about Alphonse though, because I know Pride's orders and like the whole objective of everything is not to harm or kill Alphonse, but there is exceptions to that. I mean, I remember when Lust tried to kill Alphonse, and I do worry that the situation that Pride is in, especially because he is the sin of pride, that this would wound his pride, you know, feeling helpless and powerless in this situation, that he might do something to hurt Alphonse. Maybe he'll act rashly and just become victim to his own sin. Again, I know he doesn't have light in there right now to use his powers, but I still worry about this sort of thing. But someone I'm worried about even more than Al is Greed. He's taking this opportunity with everybody being either dead, in battle, or, you know, wherever they are, to head over to the capital and do something. I don't know exactly what his plan is once he get there, but he's falling to his own sin. And that's the part that makes me really worried about it. The fact that he's acting upon his own sin, because I've talked about it many, many times before, so I'm not going to keep going over it again and again, but we've seen many of the sins die or be put into a bad circumstances as a result of their own sin, their own personification of whatever sin they are. And not only is Greed at risk here, but Ling is too. Although now that I think about it, would Greed die from being too greedy, or would he die from the opposite of his sin, which would be like an act of selflessness? I'm not exactly sure. But I suppose either one is possible, especially with Ling's influence over it. I think Ling may sacrifice himself pretty selflessly. I could see that being a characteristic of him, but I really don't want to see Ling die, or Greed for that matter. I'm just going to remain optimistic and hope Ling prevents him from making a mistake like that.
And speaking of Ishvalens, you have to wonder whatever happened to that fellow with the X-shaped scar across his face.
Yeah, what was his name again? The guy with the scar?
You can ask him yourself.
Speak of the devil and he shall appear.
Hey, that's what I always
You
say.
know how to get to the Kanama slums.
Stealing my line.
Kanama is just south of the city, right on the outskirts of the forest.
Is that so? Thank you.
There's not gonna be much of a forest
Did
left.
that little girl ever meet back up with you guys? You know, the one that always carried that cat around with her. She passed through here again just a few weeks back.
She did what?
Oh, you're right,
She
right.
didn't go back to Shing after all.
What the hell is that girl doing?
Well, well, you boys out celebrating tonight?
I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but I hope we get more Envy as well. I miss Envy, as terrible as they are.
My brothers would never lower themselves to such cowardice. They're your allies, and this country will soon see them as heroes, not terrorists.
Exactly. Look at the total shift in Scar's mentality. It's great. Oh. Kimberly? It's got... Deadish Valens, it's gotta be Kimberly.
I need to learn to draw the lines
Yep.
somewhere when it comes to my job. I spent a fortune having this suit tailor-made, and now it's filthy.
This dude.
And the fun isn't even scheduled to start until the sun's up.
Kimberly.
I doubt my dad would have made the walls thin enough for a child to tunnel out.
Go pick up your head, Al, please. He's just insulting him. I'm afraid. I'm afraid of what Pride will
I
do.
think you've got us all figured out, but you don't know a thing about us. You're too arrogant to see that things might not go your way.
For sure.
Like your plan to use us. It was too sloppy to actually work.
And how's that?
Don't
Well,
touch his
the
head,
plan needed
please.
us, right? As your sacrifices? The whole thing hinged on us doing what you wanted. But what if we had simply decided to run away to a different country? That's all it would have taken and your entire plan falls apart.
True.
I don't like how he has his head.
Just look at Rath's wife. There was a time when we took a trip to the city and I was almost...
I love the
ready to
focus
get
on
caught.
her.
The car swerved, of course. But not before she risked her life trying to shield me with her...
Never a wasted character.
But I was genuinely shocked by her selfless concern for my safety.
Yeah, for sure. The thing is, does he like that or
Was to have
not?
a father, but I have never had what you would call a mother. I was quite intrigued by her and how she cared for me. And I
Wow.
realized what it was like to have a mother.
When you say Wrath's
This is a very interesting conversation.
I won't deny that I was just playing house with her. But I also can't deny that my time spent with her has been pleasant. I quite liked it.
It's
then-
As
oh,
I was saying,
it's cool how they both like her so much, even though she's just completely naive to everything happening.
you never would have fled and abandoned this country. In fact, you even went so far as to bring the fight to us.
I'm not even sure the sacrifices hinged on them being alive.
So explain to me again, how were our plans so sloppy?
Why is he hitting his head? Wow, I have a lot of... Okay, I need to talk about that for sure. Alright, first off, Alphonse. Please, pick up your head and put it back on. It is the only thing that's protecting your seal, and it's also the only thing that allows you to actually see. So, you know, if Pride wanted to, he could destroy Alphonse's head, his piece of his armor that's his head, and essentially leave Al blind, which would not be very good, and it would make him a lot easier to sacrifice. But that was not what was important about that scene. I would say I've always had questions about Salim and Bradley's relationship with one another. Like, if anything, I would imagine that Salim would consider Bradley more of like a pest or a nuisance or somewhat of a threat to who he is. Because one thing you have to consider is that despite appearances, Bradley is actually Salim's youngest brother. So the fact that there is a father-son dynamic with the youngest being on top and the most prideful oldest being at the bottom, there would definitely be a bit of bitterness and resentment there, I think. And not only that, on top of everything, they're really just following father's orders. So there is nothing really genuine about the father-son relationship even then. So I can understand why Salim doesn't see Bradley as like an actual father. But it's for those same reasons that Salim would actually enjoy Mrs. Bradley, because she is not a threat to him. She is not under orders by father, so their relationship in so many ways is a genuine human relationship, something that the homunculus pretty much just don't have at all. Some of my favorite moments and lines from the show are when the homunculus show their other humanistic qualities about them. It's just so fascinating that despite the fact that the homunculi obviously detest humanity, they often fall so frequently into human nature and human emotions. It's really just so ironic that they call humans weak and imperfect creatures whenever the homunculi are literally manifestations. They are personifications of the worst of humanity. The things that make us most imperfect are exactly what they are. And I really love the way this anime portrays that. Gotta visit my boy Maze Hughes one more time before the promise day. Give her a kiss.
All right, then.
No.
Let's move out.
Damn. I want the romance so bad, but it's probably not gonna happen. At least not till the end of the series, maybe. Gotta keep Hughes in the back of our minds throughout all of this.
That's not natural.
But you don't say.
Is that Jerso and Zampano? What the? Darius?
Let me take a guess. Kimberly ordered you to track us down and kill us, now didn't he?
Huh? You're joking, right?
Yeah.
Can't really
Does he exactly look like he's... Does he look like he's about to kill you?
As soon as we start trusting you, you'll kill us. I would never do that.
I love these homunculus. They're so nice.
I'm sorry to have to spring this on you right away, but we really
Shut
need
up!
to get...
Damn.
Hey, Piggy, Gorilla, and Fatty! Shut up and stop fighting!
You want to mess with us, Shorty?
Hey, he's not as short now. Alright. To be fair, these dudes are like 6'8". Zampano's unreal tall. I saw the chart.
We may be considered fugitives now, but you know what? I've got no complaints.
Same here. And no matter what, I know for a fact that these guys would never abandon us.
Yeah, for sure. Gotta love that trust, that loyalty. These guys would make fantastic additions to Olivier's men. She takes in all manner of men.
We figured out our strategy.
That's so. It's almost time, huh?
Do you guys know that Scar is 6'6"? That's so crazy.
Your younger brother sure got some serious guts.
Trapped in total darkness with that monster? I think that I'd lose my mind.
He'll be okay.
In this place.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they're gonna spend the entire day in there.
To keep us safe.
Is Al gonna miss out on the whole promise day? That would be kind of fortunate. Gotta have your stylish coat scene. Good old Eren Yeager. Except complete opposite. We're gonna save the world instead of... You know.
The sun has risen.
Yeah, it's starting.
Promise day's begun.
Alright, let's do it. I have to enjoy this outro song one more time because I don't know how much longer we're gonna get this intro and outro set. We're probably about to go into the last one, considering the promise day is starting. Kinda sad. I really don't want to let these go. They're both like my favorite intro and outro of the series so far. We're meeting back up with what's his name? Denny? I think.
The solar eclipse. The solar eclipse.
We haven't seen him in forever.
It's not as late as you think it is.
What role is he gonna have to play in all of this?
Hey, don't look at the sun. You'll blind yourself.
I'm not stupid, Denny.
Hey, quick, come check this out. It looks like there's a building on fire.
What's going on? Someone's fighting.
Do not go outside the house today, all right?
And don't go near any trees either.
It appears that they have taken the Fuhrer's wife hostage.
This
Which
guy.
has left us unable to retaliate, sir.
So
He looks like a Dark Souls 3 character creation.
the only one we need alive is Roy Mustang.
Handsome Squidward head ass.
Yours wife is expendable.
Jesus.
Eliminate her along with Mustang's subordinates.
I don't know, man. I feel like Bradley himself might show up to save her. I don't know, man. Is this where Bradley comes back?
Are you going to shoot?
Either Bradley or Denny's gonna come in and save them. Hopefully.
The only one we need alive is Mustang. Kill the rest.
Yep, you're seeing firsthand, Miss Bradley. It's a fake out. Fake out. Somebody put up a wall or something. Damn. Don't do this to me. Alright, well that does it for episode 49. Somebody else that actually might show up to save Roy Mustang might actually be Mei Cheng, because we know she's in the capital, we know she's lurking around somewhere. I don't know when else she's gonna rejoin the gang or rejoin the party. has Mei Chang actually met Roy Mustang yet? I actually don't know. I don't know if she has, so I don't know if she would even be like capable of showing up, but I don't know. Somebody's gonna make their reappearance there. Either it's Mei Chang or Bradley. I think that's who I would enjoy showing up the most. I don't think, I mean, like, sure, Denny could save them, but I think it would be a little bit less impactful. I don't know, but I am definitely excited to see, because we are finally at the promise day. We had an extremely long build-up to get to the promise day. I think like this day before, this night before was like 6 episodes or something like that. So the promise day itself, considering we only have like 14 or 15 episodes left in the series, it could take up the entire rest of the series in theory. Like, it wouldn't be impossible, right? That would be a pretty long day, but so much has to happen, so much has to go down on this promise day that I think it is entirely possible. I gotta be honest, you guys are hyping up this final arc a lot. Some people have said that this is their favorite arc in anything in anime, so I don't like to do it, but my expectations they're honestly really high. Not just from what you guys have told me, but my own expectations for this are really, really high going into it. So I guess we're gonna have to see next episode how it all kicks off. I'll see you guys then. Later.